Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. I have a very hard time with body horror movies. Even though I've seen The Fly, Hostel, Saw, Terrifier 1, 2, and 3, Substance, for some reason, I can't get over body horror. It's very hard for me to watch those movies, and the subject of today's video had me absolutely squirming in my seat. I was hoping this movie was going to be good, but I wasn't completely sure. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. Today's video is Together, the 2025 film starring Dave Franco. This movie, I had a slight concern when I first watched the trailer, which you can see on this channel, that the CGI that they would use to do whatever fusion stuff they were going to do was eventually going to be too much and it was going to look bad. And nothing can ruin what could be a good movie like bad CGI. I felt that there was a possibility that they could overshadow the acting job that both people would turn in, or even, at the sake of the storyline, because they use CGI instead of, going a more practical route. And I am very glad to say that they did not do that. They did not overdo it with the CGI. This movie, like I said, had me squirming in my seat. This movie was gross. I mean, gross. I'm very glad I ate before I got there. So anyway, this film is about Tim and his girlfriend. Their relationship, when we join them in the movie, is already kind of rocky because something that's going on with Tim that they'll reveal slowly throughout the movie. They are about to move to a new home in like the woodland somewhere about 2 hours away from the city, and it's a horror movie, so of course they have to be moving. You can't just be home and have shit happen to you. But you can tell that their relationship is on the rocks. It's on the ropes. Once they move, things only get worse once they discover this weird ancient well that for some reason they drink out of, and bad things start to happen. This movie is so worth seeing for the ending, for the mystery that they're trying to unravel, and how everything falls into place. This movie was paced very, very well. The pacing is great. Now, because this has to do with like relationships and personal relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, trying to take that next step in life, this could have been filled with Pretty Little Liars level of just bullshit filler, but they didn't do that. They didn't give that to us. What they did was they kept the runtime a little shorter at only an hour and 42 minutes, which kind of forced the plot to have to keep moving, because by the time they really get into the crux of the movie, we're like almost more than halfway through. So we really have to keep a good pace, which they do excellently. They don't really sacrifice any storyline plot holes to kind of rush forward, and they don't overdo the gore. It's just in enough space between each other that it keeps you not only anticipating it, but once it finally happens, it's a really good payoff. The ending of this movie is pretty good. This is a very good ending. You will enjoy this movie if you are okay with body horror, if you're okay with even horror films. There's a lot of good performances here. I think Dave Franco really stepped up and delivered in this one. He acted his ass off in this one. Both of them did, but he really took the cake. Have you seen this movie? Have you even heard of this movie? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see y'all in the next video.